Hey, what's up, guys? Tobin here with ya. Thanks for checking out the channel. I don't know what the hell that was. Looked like a spring was under my ass for a second. Anyway, if you guys like the Tobin and Leroy radio show, we stream live on YouTube every single day. 560 WQAM is the channel. I'll put the link in the description. You guys can watch the silly sauce. A lot of back and forth between us today. It got pretty hot and heated with a lot of laughs on the side as well. Also, very excited. We're going to have Jorge Masvidal and Gilbert Burns on the show. But I want to get to this. So, you guys know I love whales. I'm guilty, you know. Anytime I can go, anytime I can get to that, I'm happy. I love the chase. It doesn't even matter what the chase is. I love the Kevin Love chase. The Kevin Love chase was enough. You know, it was like enough of a diced up product. I was still like, oh, more rumors, Woj. And then once it happened, I was so happy. Doesn't matter. It could be any type of maneuver. Usually old Tobes is going to be sitting here loving it. So the latest rumor isn't really a rumor. It's more betting odds that come out. We get this all the time from PR people, which are the betting odds if such and such goes to another team. They just set odds for this. And what you have to do is you have to so you get these odds lists, and they're like, next team for LeBron James if he requests a trade. Next team for Anthony Davis. So the latest one that was sent out was Trae Young. And it's a little bit odd because, first of all, I don't know why you would send out odds for Trae Young from the Atlanta Hawks when he just got another coach fired. It seems like he's not going anywhere in Atlanta. I don't know why they would make maneuvers to please Trae Young as if he was going to go anywhere. But if he were to go somewhere, according to the odds makers, the top team, their favorite team, the most likely team in their mind that he would go to is, you guessed it, I wouldn't be doing a video if it wasn't that, the Miami Heat. You may say, damn it, Tobin, why the hell did you clickbait me this? And I'd simply say to you, I feel like this move would be very, very dismissed all around Heat Nation. I can already hear the people. He doesn't play defense. He's too small. What are we doing? I don't want that whale. Which, look, I understand. You're sitting here and you're cast full of doubt. I would just say, free your mind. You know, let's get a little crazy with it. If it were to happen, the Heat were to package a deal together, with the salary, and he makes a lot of money, Trae Young. Trae Young makes, he's going to make $40 million next year. 43 after that, 45 after that. He's got a supermax. He made an All-NBA because, his team went to the Eastern Conference Finals a few years back. So Trae Young he has a player option for nearly $50 million in 26-27. It's a whole lot of money, And, you're going to probably in the middle of this have Bam Adebayo come up again. And you're going to have, Jimmy Butler probably rounding out his career by the end of his deal. So would Trae Young here's the thing I don't want people to close their mind to. I don't think you should look at anybody and be like, oh, that guy doesn't play defense. He can't fit here. First of all, it's not like the Heat have 5 all-world defenders out there. In fact, their backcourt has been quite turnstile-y lately. It's been one of the big things. And so I don't think that that's a reasonable thing to doubt. Now, the thing I would be concerned with is he a guy that can really succeed consistently in the playoffs? Because the Miami Heat, they had him screaming the safe word by the end of it. Like they put him in the torture chamber last year on defense. Gabe Vincent gave him the business. So much so that Trae Young was praising Gabe Vincent and saying, like, you guys aren't putting Gabe Vincent on the poster. Imagine that. Like, to get so much respect to a guy for locking your ass up that you're not giving Gabe Vincent the respect he deserves. And I actually thought that was pretty cool from Trae Young to give Gabe Vincent some love like that, because when he did mention that I'm not getting the calls, they're allowed to be physical. You should have seen, if you guys don't know, the cheese-eating smile, the almost the Grinch smile that came across Gabe Vincent's face when he heard that Trae Young was belly aching to the media about the referees. So that for me would be the bigger concern. Is this guy a postseason player? Is he a guy who can really lead a team? I don't know. But if you would think about it in this scenario, let's just say, the same cast of characters. Let's just say Trae Young paired with Bam and Jimmy. Is that enough of a trio to get it done? And I would say that's a pretty damn good trio. Like, you're talking about a guy who has been near the scoring title in the NBA, who can light it up anywhere from three. No, he's having a little bit of a down shooting season, but as range for days, I've seen it personally. This Trae Young, he'll build a breakup, but he will shoot from where the hell ever. He's also looked a fool against the Heat, where he's done the fortune teller game. So there's been a lot of matchups against Trae Young. We get to see a lot of Trae Young, obviously, being within the division. And I also think that if this were to happen in a fictional scenario, it's not his franchise. It's not his team. I do think a lot of that stuff does go out the window a little bit. And I think that when if you were to be in a situation where, it's Jimmy's team and then it's Bam's team and then it's Trae Young, can he deal with that? Would he be cool with that? I don't know. It seems like coaching him is quite the pain in the ass. It doesn't seem like all of his teammates love playing with him all that much. So that also does give you a little bit of pause. But then I would also say, well, you have a guy in Bam who seems to basically get along with everybody, and is welcoming. I mean, he's like he is just like the warming, the warming presence in the locker room. Even like Kevin Love, like he is the back and forth between them has been fantastic already. And, I don't know. Jimmy and him, they've had their back and forths for sure on social media. But I get people's trepidation of it. I just don't think it's something to close your mind off. I will say, talking about closed-minded, this Bradley Beal is pulling the move again where he's like, I only have patience for so long. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude? You're doing this again with the whole I only have so much patience. Dude, you are like an NBA monk with the level of patience that you have. You sit there every single year and it's like, oh, I don't know how much longer I could do this in Washington. And then like the check clears and it's like, oh, well, I do like having my own team. I do like, and it's like just like they're never bad enough for him to completely write it off. They're always like, you know what? Kuzma, he's a thing. We're making some moves. We got it all put together. And you're just trying to think to yourself, this is what he's got, right? Like this is where he's at once again, we have Bradley Beal, unrest fodder, which it's like, it's never even like trade rumors. It's never even like at this point of, can he actually be moved? And the thing is, it's like, it's not quite Damian Lillard where it's like, that's Dame. Dame will say that, but at least Dame has been like deep in the playoffs before. Dame has got like some real postseason moments. It's like Bradley Beal, like these moments are always happening. It's like, well, what are we doing here, dude? You're doing this in the midst of fighting for the play-in again. Like that's the realm we're going. Pretty crazy to me that this is once again a thing that's on the tip of his tongue that he just has to get out there. It's just like, guys, I think it's that time again. I can only stay patient for so long. I would be like, if I was a Wizards fan, I'd be like, you know what, dude? I can only stay patient for so long of you making this gargantuan amount of money to continually fight to be in the play-in nonstop. Like, here's the thing, like the difference between Trae Young, and this is, obviously Trae Young is a lot younger than Bradley Beal. We'll see what happens if he keeps running his head against the wall and not having any success. But like, at least Trae Young's like, yeah, but I want to be the best player on this team. I want to be the guy. I want it to be my way or the highway. So much so that they make good moves. They get me good players like DeJounte Murray. I have a guy like John Collins. I have a Clint Capella. I have a Bogdanovich, but they all kind of look at me and it's just like, is it that fun? I don't know. But Bradley Beal, it's always just like, it never seems like it's quite enough, but it also never seems like it gets quite to the level of bad where he's willing to pull the ripcord. And I think it's just like, he just wants to me, it's like he wants to be wanted. That's what it always is with him. It's like we go out here and like we continue to go and show ourselves as like, wouldn't it be nice to remind everybody that I'm a really good player, and please, just keep me on your radar. I don't necessarily want to leave, but if I send you a text every now and then, maybe give me a heart not even respond, just like hit like the message, just so I know, hey, if things were different, maybe we could be together. But instead, I'm just going to stay in Washington. Every time with this. That being said, listen, I'll pick up that phone when everybody wants to. Just let me know next off season. We'll chat. Less so with Bradley Beal, though. I'm kind of tired of the act, dude.